Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, we are from Group 1 and we're going to continue the presentation. So what we're going to present today is that about education. So first is translation English to Indonesia. We have this title Merdeka Belajar. We're talking about Merdeka Belajar. So in English, we translate English to Indonesian. So as you can see, how Merdeka Belajar changing Indonesia's higher education landscape. It can be translated in Indonesia. Bagaimana Merdeka Belajar mengubah lanskap pendidikan Indonesia, pendidikan tinggi Indonesia. Next is then we translate into Sasak language. How Merdeka Belajar changing Indonesian higher education landscape. We translate in Indonesia. Bagaimana Merdeka Belajar mengubah lanskap pendidikan tinggi Indonesia. And if we translate it into Sasak language, it can be Brembe Merdeka Belajar merubah pendidikan tinggi Indonesia.
Okay, for the next is what is the obstacle when we translate. The first one is words that have meaning that are difficult to understand related to education. And the second is it is difficult to determine words that have the right meaning and meaning we translate that have match with the target language. And we have two methods used. The first method is Google Translate. We translate using Google Translate on a mobile phone. Here we know that the meaning of the translation is not that different. And the second method is manual translate. We will use this manual translate to improve the structure of the Google Translate result because it is not structured in the same of the grammar.
Bahasa Inggris semua ini.
Techniques, transposition. Transposition is a translation technique that is used to change the grammatical structure, change the motion of the adjective, or even change the plural from the singular with the aim of adjusting or equating it with the structure of the target language. Example, thus for colleagues, students have only focused on their chosen study programs, but the current challenge have made it vital from them to adapt and acquire other skill and experience as well. Translate-nya, selama ini mahasiswa hanya fokus pada program studi pilihan mereka. Namun tantangan saat ini membuat mereka selama ini mahasiswa hanya fokus pada program studi pilihan mereka. Namun, tantangan saat ini membuat mereka harus beradaptasi dan memperoleh keterampilan dan keahlian lain juga. In bahasa Sasak, selama ini mahasiswa cuma fokus pada program studi dia pada. Namun, tantangan saat ini minat ia harus pada tahu dan mau keterampilan dan ketahuan lain dia.
The next speaker is me. Translation Indonesia to English. We have used the title is Pendidikan Anak Usia Dini. Jika diterjemahkan ke dalam bahasa Inggris, artinya Early Childhood Education Programs. Diterjemahkan ke dalam bahasa Sasak menjadi Pendidikan Kanak Masih Kode. Obstacle. It is difficult to interpret a word that has an abbreviation in general forms. For example, the abbreviation PAUD does not have a literal meaning in every word. The method we have used two methods. One, we have used the Google Translate. Google Translate help us to translate a word, but it doesn't help us translate a sentence or phrase. If we use it, the translate result don't match what is meant. The second method is manual translate. After we use Google Translate, we use manual translate by utilizing our understanding of the grammar structure, and we also use many media such as the dictionaries and many other books.
So the method that we are using, we were using Google Translate and manual translate. So using Google Translate help us to translate a word, but it doesn't help us translate a sentence or a phrase. If we use it, so the technique we are using to translate it is a description and establish equivalent. So description technique is a translation technique that I use additional explanations in the translation. Therefore, it is not uncommon for the translation result from this technique to not look the translation result. Establish equivalent, or in Indonesia it is referred to as the result equivalent technique. That a word usually means common. So, one example. So you can look you can check the translate. This is from Bahasa Indonesia, and I'm gonna read our translate into English. So the translate. So the translate is based on the several aspects of development. One important aspect to be developed as the provision for living in a social environment is the social and emotional aspect. Every child needs to have a good social skill, that ability to process emotion, to build balanced relationship in a social environment with a variety of differences. Social skills include children's ability to know themselves, control their emotion, and etc. That's our translation. Next speaker. Yeah.
Example, contohnya jika ditranslatekan menggunakan bahasa Indonesia, bahasa Sasak itu Sasak. Tergantung dari aspeknya perkembangannya. Salah satu aspeknya yang paling penting perkembangan jalan bakal hirup di sekitaran masyarakat, yakni aspek sosial. Selaku anak perlu berdua keahlian sosial dan ketahuan kadu emosi sak solah si ia hubungan sak pada ledirin. Tahun kendalian ketahuan ite inu ade endek penok lalu perbedaan. Ketahuan le ilmu sosial no anak sin kenal diri, tahun kendalian emosi, periak, saling beg, saling tulung, beriuk begawean, bersaing, pelampaan hubungan kanca dengan lain atau biasanya hubungan kanca kepentaran. From use.
Okay, maybe that's all from our group. So we're going to continue. The last presentation is about culture. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.